Pasquale, you're on.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, now. I hear on television many ads about drugs. And this is the nicest one I ever heard. Take this particular drug to make you live better, but you still have the risk. Okay? Still have the risk. Now, what I like to explain is interference. What is interference? We look at the word, and the word is made up of two Latin words. Inter, meaning the middle, and ference means to strike. Something struck in our middle. What did strike in our middle? You remember my telling you about how the heart invaded the left field? That is the interference. And no doubt, I'm trying to relive Didi. He must have asked a question, what causes diseases? And he got the word interference, which is, and he put it with the neural system. But that's okay, because remember, this was brand new, and everything that ever was done before was nothing but a stepping stone for us to be where we are. If they didn't do what they did, we would never be here today. So when we serve people, what do? We send in a force because it's from the outside. And that force goes right through that whole tree of life, which is the vertebral column, and sends up a vibration, a resonance, and starts to break up the debris within the tree of life. You don't even have to think about the neural system here, because the neural system does not carry the spirit. The neural system primarily is only a messenger. But the real problem, besides the heart going where it went, is our, as we call it, spinal column. And we call it a skeleton. And the word skeleton comes from the Greek meaning dried bones, mummy. So we have to change our way of thinking by moving forward, never losing our perspective of chiropractic. We want to get to the very purity of chiropractic. So I hope, I'm glad you brought that up. See? Because it gave me something very good to talk about. Remember, if you don't understand the word interference, get yourself a dictionary that has some good etymology, meaning from where the words come, and look at them. And remember, my spiritual brethren, when I used to communicate with them through a medium, once said to me, Pat, they used to call me Pat, Pat, we want you to think of that word interference. Now, the physicists tell us if you are on a bridge and there's a stream below, throw a pebble. And then throw a pebble next to that pebble. And the first pebble will start to make rings, and these rings will come out. And the next one will also make these rings. But when the rings come out, it goes into the other ring. That is interference. That is interference. Now, why does it do that? How does it do that? If this heart is really in the center, where it should be, we would be straight up and down. We would not be leaning to one side. As you see many people leaning to one side. And you see people holding their foot this way or that way. Very seldom do you see people walking straight ahead. The only ones that really walk as we should walk are the ones who are trained to be a model, females. And that is, and the other one, that's a double helix, right there. And this, when it happened, brought on a complete change in us. A complete change. But before I go ahead, remember, heart trouble is number one killer, then cancer. And that's the reason it has invaded the left field. You wonder why we have invasions? You wonder why we reproduce as we do by an invasion? The sperm invades the egg. It's breaking entry. So the whole thing has to change. And this is why chiropractic came here. For us to get ready for this change. But when the change comes, we who know how to put our hands on people just by touching them will assist these people who are on the fence. And we can bring them onto our side.